with this one right here, BSIDE 30, Peekaboo, and you got with this whole, 30 side, and you got with Peekaboo and him, just coming with the collaboration, and you got BSIDE, coming into it with the Peekaboo. So this is another, just Peekaboo situation, like the way it's just seeming, and just the whole collaboration like going on, with the Peekaboo and the BSIDE 30, him just coming into another and thing coming in, especially with everything else going on, like another BSIDE, another like vicious thing coming into it. But you got with the Peekaboo with the 30 side, so you got the BSIDE with the 30s, so it's like, and then you got that Peekaboo, so them just come collaboration, like they got their whole just off another collaboration, like especially with everything else like going on in the zone, like your circle and your areas, like there's so much in that part of missing. But you got with Peekaboo, and you got this whole just slidation.
Sweep up with a broom, not to clean my room. Shell out the tints when I squeeze at you. Hop off the bike, Peekaboo. Whoosh, show man what this tree trunk do. I was in my cell doing banger, came out loaded up, no. Shell out the tints when I squeeze at you. Hop off the bike, Peekaboo. Whoosh, show man what this tree trunk do. I was in my cell doing banger, came out loaded up, nails and a hammer. This ratchet I got it.
Who came out loading up nails and hammers? Came out loading up nails and hammers. Came up from the back, like Peekaboo. Hey, came up from the back like a trick or treat, like, hey, that, and that's the most vicious thing you can get it from, like, especially if you didn't see it coming, you came and you got it from the back, like, truth, that's just another thing. But he said like nails and scammers and all that, and then he said like trick or treat.
In a jammer, but I had a one shotty that was older than my grandma. Fling a corner in the pot, run the tap to it lock. So I'm with little D on your block with the dots.
Man's on your block now.
B-gangs cut from a different cloth. I make crack with magic in the witch's pot. Had the spin barrel spinning like the Wild Wild West. Asked bro that day I nearly quanging me's head. They say we only rap about skangs on pets. Why? Can't we really put skangs on pets? HMP, me and bro shared a bunk bed. Then we touched roll shot and work to the junkheads. Left over there in a hot mess, and we saved one in the head for the stop. Interview about a booting, it's not my first time. One more GBH gonna be my first strike. But I never really paid that any mind. Green light from bro, I'm hopping back in the right. This one bad like Fiona Trump. She would ask how high if I told her to jump. But shots of the ops and they run like gump. On war with the beat on the Trump. She would ask how high if I told her to jump. But shots of the ops and they run like gump. On war with the beat, and you must be skunk.
Oh, skunk!
Didn't see none. Went back on the next slide. Rearview mirror recognized them headlights. Pissed in the whip, bucked into the X5. Might decamp and come back the next time. Told the gov that I needed a razor to shave my beard, but he knew it was cap.
Who told the threes we was brazen, we need a razor to shave his razors, like. And then you should have seen the way we went left, man. Like the way we doing these things, they saying, is it what we really doing? Like, hey, that's another thing. Like he just made it really, inclusive, as really understandable how you can really put that part, and how you can just another situation. Like he said, is the things that he's doing, the things that they rapping about, is it really what they're doing? Like that's what they really wanna. And that's what they're really trying to figure out. Like, they're trying to all into that. Like, they're trying to get in all into it and they just trying to see the history of them. Like, hey, it's history to every, Keystron piece. Like, how he just said, the way everything is going, left to a right. Like, everything go left to a right, to all kinds of, side leads.
Me and bro took turns on a mash, used toilet paper to cover the flat. The Saturday V, I was hoping and wishing that bro came through on a visit. Bitch had a pack in a bra and knickers. I was in a cell with my vest and slippers. Pat on the twos keeps banging his door and he slit his wrist, he's strung up before. And the pack just landed to bag up this 4Gs and told no clippers to jam out the door. Back on the roads with a did it for sure, then I caught me a case I was living on 4. Not new to jail, I've been here before. Spent most of my teens in prison and court. Tuna chings when we step out on free throw. Bro caught a body, next day he went Heathrow. His code, he snitched to the stick to the G code. He would've bust case if it wasn't for. Had the longest 12 talk like Peter Crouch. We're really outside, you don't leave your house. This one long, swing it round like a gymnast. Chop off the nose, now fits in a gym bag. This budge air came from Pakistan, and a hunting I got kicked like Jackie Chan. Step with 2 G's, don't need bag.
We said this one came from Pakistan, just like Jackie Chan. Hey, just like Jackie Chan, like, oof, you know, them orders and them packages, they came from Jackie Chan to the Pakistan. That, hey, that's like one slaughterous thing. Like, hey, it's slaughterous. Like, they, you know, they got some slaughterous things coming in. Like, oof, like Jackie Chan to the Pakistan. Like, you just got those Vladlis.
Man, wrapped on my face, done it like Taliban. Man, bag with a torch, day, his finger on the trigger, let me give it some foreplay. Asked little bro if he's gripping, said always got mine when I step through that doorway. Take a good look, I'm a blatant crook, Jake Swamp man, book like Bobby and Rowdy. Working a pot, now the water's cloudy, I gave a few B to a fiend for his house key. Took that third off, judge and a bird, man, I couldn't be bothered with the hassle at trial. Not guilty plea, bro, just got the G. Ooh, now he ain't been back out in a while. Sweep up with a broom, not to clean my room. Shell out the tints when I squeeze at you. Hop off the bike, peekaboo. Whoosh, show man what this tree trunk do. I was in my cell doing banger, came out loaded up nails and a hammer. This ratchet I got in a jammer, but I had a one shotty that was older than my grandma.
Chat to them, chat to them. Free the road, free the road.
Hey, it's just a whole nother thing though coming to it. Like these guys are so much slaughterism. Like it's just slaughterism coming into it and the whole thing, you know. Especially on the other side, like it's a lot of things going on. Like you see people getting, you know, back to back, getting put back into the boxes, and you know they keep getting, you know, jammed up, and you know all these other things. Like it's just so. It's so much people in that, you know, innocent moment. Like they just going through that innocent jeopardy. But he said, hop out the back, you know, raise his hammer, like, and then his whole other thing, you know, back to the cool, you know, back to the, you know, the screws, like coming in both sides, you know, especially with the broom. He says, you know, sweep them, like sweeping those climbers, you know. But you got with the Peekaboo, you know, especially with the thing, because you know it's a lot of the B30s. They come with a different, you know, slaughterous base on. Like if you look at it with their econs and their, you know, their ego and their whole thing, because they have they're just built, they breed, you know, with a different type of genre, kids, like the way they just got their whole thing. But you got what the Peekaboo, so you know, you got their whole just thing, just really and fascination and all that other stuff. But like Comet, and you know they have this whole just saphicism